Hi, Soul Chat. I want to talk today about why I think it's important to have some kind of truths nailed down that you believe in, some kind of absolutes that serves as parameters for you as you're going through the process of your healing. And the reason I think that that's so important is because the people that I watch that go through the healing of their trauma or really through anything seem to process it better and go through it better if they have something that they can anchor themselves to, something that they know that they believe. And that doesn't mean that you can't ever still have doubts, because I think that doubts actually increase our faith because it makes us have to think through, why do I really believe this? Do I really believe this? And then once you examine it even more off and on throughout your life, you come back to it even stronger. If it is what you decide you believe, it actually deepens your commitment to that truth. And so the reason I'm saying that is because I think otherwise we're even more left to our own thoughts and our own mind as anchoring us. And if you're trying to heal, you've got a lot of thoughts and a lot of things in your mind that are messages that were given to you that are lies and that they're not true. And so if you're believing them, it's going to more than complicate your healing from your trauma. So that, for example, if you were told that you were dumb and stupid and an idiot a lot growing up, then you're going to have that confirmed in your own mind. If you don't have something from outside of yourself to measure yourself against, to know that that's not true, that you are loved, you are lovable, you are enough, you are seen, and you are very well worth to be listened to. All those messages, if they're not put into you by something that you believe in, then you're not going to have those as anchors to go through your time. And you're going to end up, unfortunately, either sitting on the fence. And what I watch happen is, if you don't know what to believe, then you're left open to believe anything. And sometimes a lot of things sound good. And so while you're actually trying to go through life and things that are complicated and difficult enough, you're also grasping on to trying to find something to believe in, and you'll just bounce around from thing to thing to thing. Sitting on the fence means you go from one side to the other side to the other side to the other side, and you just don't ever find a side that you feel comfortable landing on because you don't know what to believe. It's kind of like being left to the day, as whatever event happens is like the thing being pulled back on a pinball machine, and you're the pinball, and you just got to find a way to bounce around all the bumpers and make it through the day. And again, that's surviving, that's not living life. And that's what I would rather, of course, much more have for you. Now, my personal belief is in God. That's not something that I need you to believe in or I'm trying to push on you. You come up with what it is that you feel anchored to, because that's what's going to actually be what works, not believing what somebody else believes. So examine that, think that through, try to think about what you want, because a scripture that comes to mind for me is that God talks about, just be hot or cold, don't even be lukewarm, because of knowing the misery of what it's like to live in lukewarm. It's difficult, it's very hard living in ambivalence. You're left to nothing, seeming concrete or, like I said earlier, like an anchor. So try to think through and just see what it is that you can come up with. And, like I said, you can, re-examine it from time to time. That's a good thing to do. And I just want you to have something that makes it a little bit more easier for you to not feel the free floating and the anxiety and the depression and everything that can come along with the results of having lived through trauma. So I hope you guys have a great weekend. Love you. And I'll talk to you next week. Find something to believe in. Bye-bye.